Awesome day today. We are excited. It's launch day. I see that more of you are joining in. So we have a very big call today. So stick around. Darren Ashby has big announcements today for recognition. Hello, Darren.
Good morning. How are you, Sandy?
I am doing great. I'm filled with gratitude today because in the first week of December, in a crazy year, we've got a huge launch. And I want to thank everyone who had a hand in this. So
Isn't it
big
amazing?
day. All
Big
right.
day.
Take it away.
All right, let's jump into it. And good morning, coaches. Here we are with our newest Diamond coaches. Let me get those going here and we will get started because this is huge. All right, it's not clicking. There we go. Congratulations. Excuse me. I'm getting all choked up. Congratulations to Thomas Abad, Jennifer Eisenberg, Joy Allen, Carson Andringa, Amy Ray Arner, Isabel Olner, Erica Childress, Joan Crawley, Kendra Crump, Juanita De Silva, Brittany T. Dennis, Ray Dennis, Allison Evans, Jessica Goff, Jennifer Hupel, Kelsey Hill, Ryan Johnson, Sarah Coleman, Sean Legliski, Brittany Need, Nikki Ostermeyer, Braden Quigley, Jenny Ray, Beth Richards, Jessica Santana Toro, Mackenzie Spahn, Heather Tapia, Heather Toby, Cindy Valley, and Steve Wren. Those are your new Diamond coaches this week. Congratulations, guys. That is ginormously huge. Way to go. Now for our newest Star Diamond coaches. Here they are. The first one from Canada. Congratulations to Star Boyle, Christina Garcia, Rosaline Betchy, and Kayla Volt, and Courtney Wingate in an additional CBC. All right, our newest two-star Diamond coaches. Here they are. We have two of them today. Congratulations to Danielle Mallinson and Roseanne Wilkinson. And we have three new three-star Diamond coaches, Lindsay Fortney, Abigail Gossard, and Aileen Martinez. Now jumping to five-star Diamond coach. We also have three this week. Congratulations to Heather Harrison, Lucy Leisure, and Holly Richardson. Now we're not done. We have a new six-star Diamond coach. Congratulations to Joy Foe and our newest seven-star Diamond coach, Brooke King. Way to go, Brooke. Moving on up. And coaches, that is it for recognition this morning. I am so excited for you. Congratulations. And coaches, if you have a coach that was recognized today, or if you just want to reach out and congratulate them, do that because they'll love it.
Darren, can you confirm one thing for us?
Absolutely.
I think Kevin mentioned the roller suitcase. It's the Theragun, right? That's the prize.
Yeah, the 12-month prize is an amazing Theragun, and it's amazing.
Way more exciting
love it.
during quarantine than the roller suitcase.
You could roll the roller suitcase up and down your back, but I think the Theragun would work better.
Good idea. All right. Thank you very, very much. It is time. The excitement is here. You're all awake. You're all here. Please tag your new coaches to get on this call right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our CEO, Carl Deichler.
Good morning, Sandy. Thank you for starting things off so eloquently and fantastically. So here we are. This is like it. And before I bring the personality of the day on the call, I want to just thank everybody for getting us to this point. I mean, this is like, a launch day is the kind of thing where the network literally explodes for it's almost 4 weeks of activity. And that's actually the way I want you to look at this call. You might have already purchased, you might have done all the prep, you might have your bod group built, or maybe you don't, but regardless of where you are in this is like the starting line. If you've ever watch the Tour de France, for instance, like they do all this prep, they get their bike ready, they get their team set, and like literally training hard and hard and hard. And then it's the starting line. And it doesn't matter how hard you've trained. It doesn't matter that you bought the program already. It's good that you got the box checked. You need to check that box. Doesn't matter if you've already been on a call with Autumn. It doesn't matter if you've already listened to the training. Right now, what matters is how hard you pedal your bike. What now matters is the intensity with which you're going to invite people into your bod group. If you're thinking that 2 posts are going to do it, 2 posts aren't going to do it. Right now, like this is really literally, people ask me, what do I see that is the difference between one coach and like a top coach and a coach who doesn't get traction? It's defined right now. I see it by the people who literally hustle now. They don't take for granted that they know everything. They listen to everything. They're constantly listening so that they're understanding many of the things that Autumn will talk about today about how this program is different. They'll have answers to all the questions because they're listening and they're inviting and they're learning about all of the various aspects of this program that make it different. And you know, every program has something which sets it apart. That very thing that sets it apart, in this case, it's the equipment, is the thing that might annoy some people. And let me tell you something. If people aren't reacting to a launch, like meaning having some reaction, whether it's positive or even negative, then you've done nothing to innovate. And one of the things I love about Beachbody is we innovate. And this is a major innovation. And I'm going to do a post up in a little bit today about literally how many trucks are lined up to respond to the overnight demand that we had, which is unprecedented just on the launch. Like when we say December 7th, now that we're in France and the UK, December 7th starts in the middle of the night for the rest of us over here in North America. So December 7th, that means that the product has to be up by, I think it was up and tested by 9 o'clock last night. And we literally had 10,000 orders already teed up. That means the trucks were ready. That means the lines were moving. You know, we are on top of this like nobody's business. And I know there's been some questions about, you know, where are we with shipping? Because the backlog has been an issue. Here's a couple things that I want to address that up front. And that is, we can't do anything about the way FedEx, the post office, or UPS are handling the surge in demand from Cyber Monday, Black Friday, all the issues that COVID has created, but literally because of the ongoing quarantines and restrictions at retail, a lot of people are buying online. All of us, all of the online sellers are trying to get stuff through this same pipeline of trucks that existed. You know, many have scaled that up, but there's like all these trucks trying to get out. So what we have is we pre-booked all these 18-wheelers, what they call Smart Post, I think, lined up to be able to move the orders out as fast as possible. We literally had challenge packs, or have challenge packs, staged throughout the warehouse. This is like a well-oiled machine, with one exception, and that is the black hoodie didn't make it through customs in time. So that's an offer that we're going to have to clean up after the fact. But, you know, during the coach launch, we'll let you know when the black hoodie is available. But other than that, everything is running incredibly smoothly. Like I said, I'm going to do a post in a little bit that just shows you boxes being put into trucks and coming off the line. And it's super exciting. But nothing's going to happen unless you take advantage of this like it's the Tour de France. You got to ride your bike like you stole something. And this is where the difference is going to be made between the people who are like, oh, I'm going to do a couple coasts and say it's available now, and she's my favorite trainer and she's so awesome, or the coaches who, I remember Amy Silverman is a great example. When we launched 80-Day Obsession, she sent me a message that in her dreams, she was inviting so many people and signing so many people up to 80-Day Obsession that she literally, because she had abbreviated it to 80 DO, 80-Day Obsession, 80DO. So she was literally dreaming 80 do, 80 do, 80 do. Anyway, that was her little story. So maybe now your dreams are going to be 9WCF or pew, pew, pew. And speaking of that, okay, it's time to talk about content and this amazing innovation and the thing that's going to change the nature of in-home fitness and give thousands and thousands of people a major upgrade to their gyms, their home gym, and their overall experience of better fitness, better nutrition, and better sleep. And that's 9-Week Control Freak. Autumn Calabrese, welcome to the National Wake Up Call.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Carl, I know you have a bunch of questions, but actually, can I say something before we dive into the questions?
You're a control freak. What am I going to say? No?
I really am. So you were saying, for the next 4 weeks, we have this heightened excitement. Everybody's hustling. And you guys, I'm already going to change it. I'm going to flip it on you and I'm going to challenge you from right now today. It's not 4 weeks. 4 weeks is nothing. 4 weeks barely even gets you to the customer launch. So I'm not asking you to be productive for 4 weeks with 9-Week Control Freak. I'm asking you for 18 weeks. And that might scare the heck out of a bunch of people, but I'm going to say it again. I'm asking you for 18 weeks of consistent talking and inviting you guys, because here's the thing. Yes, today we launch, today we buy, today's your order date. We got 2 weeks till the program hopefully even shows up at your door. I mean, I'm hoping it shows up before that, but you got 2 weeks before it shows up. Right now, you should be talking about the excitement that you got it. You should be talking about the nutrition. Then you're going to get the package. You're going to unbox the package and you're going to talk about that. And then you're going to start the program. And damn it, you're going to finish the program too. Okay. So not only are you going to start, you're going to finish. So for 9 weeks, I expect, you guys, I'm not asking, I'm expecting for 9 weeks that you talk about what you're doing. People need this. They need to take control. They need to feel in control of something in this crazy world that we are living in. And the fact that you can get up and take control of your workout, that's a huge win. That makes you feel good. You can get up and take control of your nutrition. That is a huge win. You can go to bed taking control of your self-care with a little 5 to 10 minute stretch. That is a huge win. And by the way, some of the biggest results I saw in the program happened just in the first week. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to talk about what that first week feels like. And then guess what? That second week is totally different. So you better be prepared to talk about that too. And the third week and the fourth week, all the way through week 9. And then at the end of week 9, you're not going to stop talking about it. And we might have another launch going on. And that's great. You're going to talk about that one too. But you're not going to stop talking about Control Freak. Why? Because we're going to have like 500,000 results coming in. And what a dumb time to stop talking about the program when all the results are coming in. So when those results come in at week 9, you better be ready. You better get your energized. You better ramp up and you better talk about it all over again, because we're not going to help everybody in the first wave. We're not even going to help them all in the second wave, you guys. But I'm saying, buckle up. We got 18 weeks. We don't have 4. We've got 18 together. So let's go. All right. Now I'm ready for questions. Clearly, I've got my energized.
Well, okay. I've got my Shakeology. So get your drink of choice. Hopefully it's a healthy one. And let's
catch slack for my speech later, but if you want to yell at me later, you can call me privately.
No, why would I yell at you?
I'm kidding.
The whole point is, this is my position. My job is to help people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives. That is literally it. And the whole premise of the network is that people who make a conscious decision to make some healthier choices in their lives, to start doing portion control and watching what they eat, to start being more consistent with their exercise, that this is the one business opportunity in the world where you can monetize that. So you as a coach and your friends who might want a little extra spending money, this is their one opportunity in the whole world to monetize this decision to help people get results. And I don't want them to do it for 9 weeks. I want them to do it for the long term. And if this program becomes the love of their life, then great. Oh, that's great. What matters is that they go for it. At the same time, people have questions. So let's address the questions, Autumn. First off, the first thing that I want to get to is just this question of, look, this is your 10th program. Congratulations. And by the way, super duper congratulations, because I don't know anybody in the world who has ever had a trending Giphy on Instagram. You guys know the little GIFs that you put on your Instagram stories? Well, Autumn actually had her Giphy was in the top 10 of all Giphies. I don't know if it's in just where I am or all over, but there you were doing your little pew, 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 pew. So
and not everybody will probably know what that is yet, you guys, but you'll see it at the end of the workouts, because we were on set and we had to be very careful. We weren't really supposed to be high-fiving each other at the end of workouts. We had our podcast, which they're not there. It's knuckles, right? So we were like knuckling, congratulating each other at the end of each workout. And it just sort of turned into our little celebration at the end of every workout. It was pew, pew, pew.
That's awesome.
So
Okay. So for the newbies on the call, again, I know you've done it a lot, but I want people to hear it so much that it becomes a well-worn understanding. And that is, how's this different than one of two of the most popular programs on the platform, 21 Day Fix and 80 Day Obsession? How did you mix it up here?
You guys, nothing like anything. It's so funny. It's hard to answer the question without people seeing the program, because if you don't know the science behind fitness necessarily, it's a little bit hard to explain it, but it's so different. It's like nothing out there. Like when people are like, oh, well, is it like 80 Day? I'm like, nope, not even close. Well, is it like 21 Day Fix? Nope, not even close. Well, it's not like anything. A huge part of that is because of the equipment, right? Because of the control track and the ball, because we're using these two new pieces of equipment that you've probably never used before, or maybe you've used something similar like a cable machine at a gym or something. But I guarantee I'm about to hit you with some exercises you've never seen that you're just like, whoa, that is the coolest thing. And I love it. But it's also the pattern of the workout, the density complex and Tabata workouts specifically, since those are the ones we do 3 times a week. What we're doing in those workouts, the amount of volume training that we're doing in those workouts, the fact that I've played the mind game for you. We all have done it. You guys, I've done it a million times. Like especially when I was a competitor and I had to work out for hours on end, I would have to play that mind game. Oh, okay, I got to do 30 minutes on this dang stair climber. That's just 10 minutes, 3 times. And I'd get through the first 10 minutes and I'd be like, okay, just 2 more 10-minute intervals. I've done all of that for you. The workouts are broken up into these like mini bite-sized sections that you're like, oh, it's just 12 minutes. And by the time you get through 12 minutes, you're like, oh, the workout's already more than half over. And it's like exciting. You're like, complexes and Tabatas, I got those. So you get almost re-energized at the end of 12 minutes to keep going with the rest of the workout, because it's in these little increments. And you're like, I just have to get through this increment. And then that's over. And I move on to something totally different that's going to challenge my body in a totally different way. So it's not just 30 minutes or an hour of the exact same thing over and over again. So it really just, it makes it feel like something you've never done. It is nothing you've ever done before. I guarantee it. Because I know that I'm the one that put this little evil threesome together.
Yeah, well, and you've been doing it for weeks and weeks. You've been doing it and refining it for a year. We are getting some questions. Obviously, people want to know. The people have FOMO, right? Like everybody wants to do it. They're going to see everybody doing it. They're going to see the posts, and even expecting moms are going to be like, "Well, I could probably do this." What's your opinion on pregnant moms doing this program, or even for that matter, let's answer the postpartum question too.
Well, let me go with pregnant moms first, because the answer is actually going to be different. Pregnant moms, you guys listen, it's a hard no. It's a no. Honestly, even if you check with your doctor, I'm still going to tell you it's no. I know you guys want to do it, and I love that you want to do it, and I'm excited for you to get to do it at some point, but your pregnancy is not that point. My number one concern is always the safety of you, the mama, and your unborn child. And no fitness program is worth taking a risk on, right? We have prenatal fitness on Beachbody on demand. We are serving that community, you guys. I've got workouts on there. Elise has workouts on there. We've got a bunch of stuff on there. Like, do those, or maybe take it down to one of the slightly less intense programs like a 21-day fix, follow modifications. You always obviously need to check with your doctor, but I am telling you right now, this program is designed to keep your heart rate up in a really high place. Okay. Not great when you're pregnant, especially first trimester. We're doing work on one foot. We're doing fast footwork on the step. When you're pregnant, your stability goes a little bit, your joints are looser, we're on our back, we're on the ball on our back. There's just too many risks. It's not worth the risk. So take that time, grow that beautiful baby of yours, move your body, absolutely, but save this program for when you can give it your all. And when you can give it your all is after your pregnancy and once you've been cleared by your doctor. So can my postpartum moms do it? Yes, once you've been cleared by your doctor. I would say though, you guys, if you're cleared by your doctor within the first 6 weeks, you might want to start with something a little bit easier to ease your way back into it. Maybe just do around a 21-day fix and then come into it. I do know Amy Silverman was postpartum and she was in our test group and she did the program, but she modified the modifier. So she modified what Kat was doing. She still got great results, but she was very open and honest and said she had to, really like check her ego and herself because she was get frustrated sometimes and be like, oh my God, I'm doing less than what Kat is doing, which by the way, Kat's doing a lot. But if you can bring that mindset to it, you're going to be okay. But if you can't, right? If you can't check that little competitive edge, just ease your way back in and then get to it. It's going to be here. It's going to be here. It's not going anywhere.
Okay. So let's talk about the nutrition path. Obviously, you've got different paths that you can go down and brackets that you can be in. And because this is your program, obviously you built it a little bit more around Ultimate Portion Fix. That's, your holistic approach and has been such a huge part of your success on the platform because you integrate the fitness program with the nutrition program. So they really work together. How should people look at the nutrition path with 9-Week Control Freak?
I know everybody's waiting for me to tell them which path they're doing. I think a lot of people are expecting that they're supposed to be following Time Nutrition. There is no supposed to, you guys. The whole point is that you are entirely up to you. So you need to pick your path. You need to decide what is it that you need? What is it that works best for you? Myself and the cast, we all followed Foundational Fix and that worked great for us. And we were very happy to be on Foundational Fix. There were people in the test group that did Time Nutrition. Great. Whatever works best for you. If Time Nutrition has been your saving grace, knowing exactly what containers to pair and when, do it. Make sure you follow Time Nutrition the way it's written for Ultimate Portion Fix and not the way it is written for 80-Day Obsession. The way it's written for 80-Day Obsession is specific to that workout program only. No matter what you're doing, Time Nutrition or Foundational Fix, the formula though that you're going to use is for moderately intense activity. And that's not because the workouts aren't challenging. That's because the workouts are anywhere from 18 to 22, 24 minutes long. So we have to use the formula for the amount of time we're working out.
Okay. Awesome. Well, and that's one thing that I want to say to people. People ask, what do they do while they wait for the equipment? And particularly coaches, first off, you have now the sample workout that you can post about. The equipment should get to you pretty quick because we are not in the very, very peak of the Christmas season, of the shipping season. So we're hoping that product gets through the pipeline. And then just as soon as the customer launch happens on the 21st, we're sort of nearing the end of the Christmas shipping season. So everybody should get their product by January 4th, but it is important to get your product in as soon as possible. But you can already be helping people with their nutrition, right? I mean, when I go through a program now, I take the week or weeks before I start the program, literally to do my meal planning, to understand what new recipes are up on Fixate, what you're doing in the monthly fix, so that I'm literally I've already lost a couple pounds before I even start the workouts. What is your recommendation for what people can be doing over the course of the next 2 weeks?
I think that's super important to be focusing on your nutrition. And I know everybody is so eager and they just want to get to the workout part and it's coming, but you guys, you can't out-train a bad diet. So you might as well make sure you've got that nutrition locked down. Don't spend these 2 weeks throwing caution to the wind with your nutrition just to say, well, I'm going to enjoy it right now because in 2 weeks when I start, that's when I'm going to buckle down. You're actually setting yourself up to go backwards just to try to go forward. That's silly. So take control of the nutrition right now, especially within your groups. Not everybody knows Ultimate Portion Fix. And let me tell you guys something else. For all y'all that think you know Ultimate Portion Fix as well as you think you do, I know you don't because of the questions that I still get. And I'm like, well, that's in this video. Go look it up. Or people being like, I wish I had information on da da da. And I'm like, you do. It's in the home program. Go back and watch. I know the home program has so much information that it's a lot to take in, which is why I told you guys, take time to watch those videos. Don't try to binge watch them. You're going to miss information. These next 2 weeks are the perfect time to get you and your group rewatching those videos, picking the path that you're going to be on, starting to figure out how to meal prep, picking recipes from Fixate, making them, trying them, starting to make a list of things that you like. But it's all about doing that right now. And yes, you guys, you should be moving your body as well. So 21 Day Fix, right? Like 21 Day Fix Real Time, 21 Day Fix Extreme Real Time, or any one of our other programs. I'm saying 21 Day Fix because that's only a 3-week program. Real Time progresses, but basically get your body moving because you also want to be prepared for when all this stuff does show up. And the one other thing that I know we're talking about nutrition, you guys, but in general, for anybody, like everybody has access to some of the free videos right now for 9-Week Control Freak, how to set up the track, how to do it on the door, how to set it up on the wall, the getting started guide. Like you as a coach, it is your job to watch those videos, to understand those videos so that when people come to you with questions, you're ready to answer them. And you're not like, let me ask my coach. Let me get back to you. Be prepared so that you can help them on the spot.
Well, look, and you got a chance to do your tough love. Now it's my turn. The whole point of this whole thing is not to change your diet for 9 weeks, not to go so hard at it that the 9 weeks is like white knuckling your way through a change in the way you eat so that you get the best results. And it is so critical for you and your group to be all in on the slightest change in your nutrition without deprivation, without starving yourself. Like this is so critical that your people can see you lose a couple pounds and you're still having a glass of wine for the holidays. You're still having a Christmas cookie in moderation because you're referencing on your social media that you're still following your program because you're managing it according to your container bracket. So like, this is the critical stuff, gang. Like we're not doing this pretend. We're doing this for real. I need you to show people that the nutrition program is literally, this is the distinction. What happens when people buy a $3,000 tonal or a $3,000 mirror TV screen and bolt it into their walls? Do they get a nutrition plan with that? No. So they're done their workout and then they go binge and they're like, why am I not getting results? I don't know. I spent so much money. So, and they talk exactly like that. That's the way they sound. So I want to urge you, like use the visual. You have a platform, whether you have 100 followers or 100,000 followers, you have a platform to inspire and inform people that they can enjoy the holidays without starving themselves. They can enjoy carbs. Like when I say they don't have to starve themselves, it's like a really big deal because people get eating disorders or they undermine their immune systems or they undermine their energy by thinking that just eating less is the answer. And it's not. And that's what we've seen in 22 years. Happy 22nd birthday, Beachbody. 22 years of doing this. We see that people who manage their nutrition and still enjoy food are the people who get the long-term results. And people who look at a new concept and go to the effort. Check out this transition. People who look at a new concept and embrace it and go, I'm going to figure this out, are the ones who get results. Do you know what the complaints were like? We didn't have the network at the time, but the complaints that we got from our Power 90 customers when we said, you're going to need to find a way to do pull-ups. They were like, what? Pull-ups? I can't do it. And then that became $1 billion product. Well, now you're getting this thing called the Control Track, which doesn't cost $3,000 like a tonal, which doesn't require you to have an engineer come into your house. There are instructions in terms of how to put it into the wall, but it's a way for you to enhance your home gym and give it an upgrade forever, for permanent. Like, you're going to love this thing for the long term. And Autumn, I know, like, you insisted on this because you wanted a different way for Beachbody programs to help work the back and add variety. Talk about the control track a little bit.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it so much. And like Carl said, I really did. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but I've said this on coach calls. Getting Beachbody, the team on board when we introduce a new piece of equipment, it's not an easy process because there are a lot of things that have to be taken into consideration. How versatile is it going to be? Can we only use it in this one program, or can we use it with other programs? Because we don't want to ask you guys to spend money on one random thing that can only be used one time with one program, right? So it takes a minute. And then when I ask for something like a door track, right? And we got to think about safety issues and all of that. Like, this is not an easy push through. It's not a, oh yeah, great, let's do it. Like, that's it. It's conversations and conversations. And we had them all. And we took the time as a team to come to modify the track to exactly what I wanted it to be and what Beachbody wanted it to be and safety wise, all that stuff. And managed to get it to be so simple for you guys to put up on your door or to install on a wall. Safe, efficient, easy to travel with if you want to take it with you. And you guys, it's not just about working your back. Like, that is the beauty. Like, because for so long, it's been the one thing I felt really stuck with, even when creating programs, like Created 9, is how do we work the back of our body? Those are your pull muscles. We've got to be able to pull, and you can only do so much with a set of dumbbells. In fact, you can do about 4 moves, give or take a hand position. Okay. Like that ain't a lot. And we're missing a lot of opportunity there.
For your back, you mean?
For our back. Yeah. Like, you can do some version of a row and some version of a lat pullover. That's what you get with dumbbells. Okay. Wait till you see all the different ways we're going to work our back, from the high angle, the mid angle, the low angle, from side, parallel. Like, but then it's not just about our back. It's the fact that we're engaging our core with all this. Wait till you see the ab moves that I've created on the track. They're so good. And then the push moves, right? Because even our push moves, what can you do? You can do a push up, and you can do some version of a chest press or a chest fly. Bring in the track and watch what we can do. Everything opens up. We can do everything. And I know there's already a million more ideas. I'm not even going to say what they are because, maybe one day there'll be another program for Autumn and an extra attachment to that thing. But the point is, we literally just brought a $2,000 or $3,000 cable system into your house for, I don't know what the track sells for by itself, but in a challenge pack, it's like in the big challenge pack, it's like $199. I actually had somebody comment to me. I was doing the unboxing live on Instagram, and the way people think sometimes blows my mind. I unboxed the whole deluxe challenge pack, you guys. Everything you get in it, which is like insane. Shakeology, Recover, Energize, the ball, the track, the 2 bands, the brag board, the nutrition, all this stuff, right? I'm listing it all. And somebody goes, it's too expensive. I'd rather buy a Peloton. And I was like, I can't even argue with stupid. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it. I was like, those words don't even make sense. Your math doesn't add up. But it's interesting how people will look at it and go, it just blew my mind that somebody even had that thought process of like, oh my God, look at all that value that I'm getting. That's too expensive for that thing. I'd rather buy one thing that I can just sit on and pedal.
I've got this like $4,000 hydraulic pulley thing in my basement that I literally, honestly, I am a guy, because I refuse to read the directions. I can't figure it out. I have never used it ever. And, but I have the control track on the door because it's just so damn simple, and you can move it up and down, and it takes like seconds. And you're going to get people who say, I don't have a spot for it. I don't know where to put it. And I guarantee you, if people want something, if they understand what it can do for them, they understand how easy it can be, how cost effective it is, but really how it can change the dynamics of their workout. They can move a piece of art. They can move a piece of furniture so that they can make a permanent installation for this. And then by permanent installation, it also really comes off the wall really fast with these hooks that we recommend that you use in the instructions. Or you put it on the door and it comes off the door in like 10 seconds. So it's super simple. Don't be intimidated by it. And anybody who is a little bit intimidated by it, that's why there's always a 30-day money-back guarantee. Send it back. I guarantee you, we're going to run through these things very fast. Like we are acquiring everything we can of the control track in the supply chain because we're anticipating the demand to be so big. So anybody don't want it, send it back, because we're going to repackage it, inspect it, make sure that it's all good, because there's people going to want it. All right. Now, another question that we got here, Autumn, is about the intensity. You talked a little bit about how it's different than 21-day fix and 80-day obsession. And I know I've heard you talk about how you're sort of jamming in as many reps and stuff in 18 minutes as you do with 21-day fix. Anyway, the question is it too hard for beginners? Like what about the people who are just coming on board with us?
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you guys are new to me, if you haven't ever done one of my programs, then let me just say this. First of all, I'm a functional trainer, meaning I really believe in moving in ways that are functional for our body, that help us not just in our workout, but in daily life. Okay. I'm not the one who's doing crazy, like one hand handstand because it looks cool. That's not the way I train. I also don't throw you into the deep end of the workout program on day one. So yes, is the intensity there? Absolutely. Do I consider it an intermediate to an advanced program in terms of intensity? Yes, I do. But do I start you there on day one? No, I don't. Week one is actually a little bit easy for people who have a baseline of fitness. And I like to point that out too, because for people who have a baseline of fitness, I don't want them to go through week one and say, this might be too easy. I don't think this is a program for me. You guys, I designed it that way for a reason. I'm baby stepping everybody in. You have not seen a workout program like this before. You have not worked with the door track. You have not worked with the ball. So in week one, expect to fumble with the door track. Expect to get tied up in your bands a little bit. Expect that as soon as you go to grab that ball to do an ab exercise, it's going to roll away from you and you're going to have to get up and run and go get it. Expect that you're going to have to move your step and pull it back in. And you're going to be like, where do I put this equipment so that I have enough room to work? Myself and my cast, you guys, we took 20 minutes before we started filming every single workout program to walk through the moves and decide where we were going to put our equipment that day. Meaning, where are my weights going to go for efficiency to grab them, but so that I don't trip on them? Where's my step going to go so I don't have to move it back and forth as little as possible? Am I starting the track at the high point or the low point? Like all these things. This is what being a control freak is all about. So just know that, just be aware of that like I am baby stepping people into the program. I said this about 80-day obsession. I'm going to say it about 9-week control freak. It's all up to you. It really is up to the attitude that you bring to the program, whether or not you can do this. We've got Kat the modifier in there. A lot of people don't know this. I'm not one to throw somebody's age out all the time, but I have her permission to. Kat is 53 years old. She's about to be 54. Okay. She killed the program. She is the strongest she's ever been. I think she lost 12 or 13 pounds during the filming. She's down another 2 or 3 now. This is while also going through, this is one thing I won't give much detail on, one of the hardest, most emotional times in her life. She's dealing with some really serious family stuff that has a level of stress on her that I've never seen before. And you guys know what stress can do. It can really hinder weight loss. So even amongst all this stress, she used the workouts to take control. She used the workouts to be like, this is where I'm just going to put all that emotion right now. And I'm thankful that I have a place to come put that emotion. But my point is she's 53 years old. Did she modify? Yes, she did. Did she also not modify? Yeah, she did. Did she look at me on day one of rehearsal and be like, girl, you're crazy, like she always tells me? Yes, she did. Does she love it? Yes, she does. So anybody can do it if they come into it with the attitude, not of competing with myself or the cast or their coach or anybody on their team, but if they come into it with the attitude to only compete with themselves and to be better than they were yesterday. That's it. You give it whatever your all is in that time, and you're going to have success, and you're going to get better every time you do it. Do you want me to talk about the 12-minute time frame yet, or no? Am I there yet? Are we there yet? The amount of minutes.
do that next, but I do want to say one thing because again, I'm watching some questions that we're getting, and also I want to make the point that like some people are saying, is the control track, is it good for, like, will guys get a good workout from it? It is mysteriously challenging. Let me just tell you, like, for what it looks like, that thing is a beast. And Jose, who works out, he's in the back of the workout. This guy is strong, and he was dying working his way through this program. He was exhausted in the 18-minute workouts, the 30-minute workouts. It works for a guy. And here's the good news for couples that do work out together, that couples can add a control track and an additional control track and a core ball. When you purchase the accessory bundle, you can get an additional core track and core ball. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes. For 40% off. So you can add it and you just find a different spot on the walls, whatever, so you can work out together if you want to. Then you got the super home gym. But
Carl, I want to say to that too. Not only did we have Jose in the background cast, like, look, we had Danny Delgado,
right,
ex-Major League Baseball player. You know, like, I would get messages from him. We had a whole cast that had guys in it too. And I'd get messages from the guys every day. Rob Pearson, he's like 6'7", you guys, crushing the workouts, built. Like, it's all about the resistance band that you put on that track. And that we have, the package is going to come with 2. You also have the ability to buy other ones. We have stronger ones even from Beachbody. So, like, if your guy needs a stronger band, get it. But, like, here, look, can you guys see, or is my light? My light's going to make it.
It's there. You can see him.
That's Paul. He lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds doing 9-week control freak. That was more than one round that he lost 50 pounds in. But my point is like, the guys get just as good of a workout as long as they go hard and they push. If you're using the pink band and you can lift heavier than that, then you need to lift heavier than that. And again, we're not just using the track. We do have dumbbells also. So use the appropriate dumbbells for your strength.
That's right. And some people are asking about the step and wondering, why isn't the step in the bundle? Remember, we have sold hundreds of thousands of steps with the launch of Transform 20. It's kind of the same way to think about the control track. Is we launch a program and now your gym has an additional piece of equipment. You've got a broader fitness vocabulary in the room. So we didn't want to force people to buy another step, obviously. And you can also buy other steps online and sometimes get an even better price. So it is an option that you can add, but I will say that we're not deep in steps. They take up a huge space, and we didn't want that to get in the way of the launch of the program. So that we're not requiring people to buy a step, but you do probably want a step. You definitely do need dumbbells. The core ball and the control track are really the fundamental, unique, foundational equipment that you want to make sure you have for this program.
Carl, I want to be clear.
Yeah.
You guys need a step. Like,
okay.
You do. Can you do the workout without the step? You can, but if you don't have that step, you're going to miss progressions in movement patterns. There's going to, you do need the step. And do you have to get it from us? No, you don't. You can order it from somewhere else. If you get it through Beachbody, I know you're going to save 15% on the step and you get free shipping on the step. Let me be clear about that. But I just want to make sure people understand, because there are Tabata moves that happen on the step. If you're not using the step, the level of your intensity will be brought down significantly. And I'm not guaranteeing what those results will be, because everybody uses the step. There are times where Kat didn't use the step for a move here or a move there sometimes, but more often than not, she even uses the step. She just uses it with a lower riser than what myself or Tanya or Jose were using. So I do want to make sure that we're not guiding in the wrong direction, and that people think, oh, I don't need that. And then they start the program and they're like, well, wait, I need the step. You do, you're going to want the step.
Yeah. But it's any step. You can get a Reebok step or whatever step they have.
Make sure that you can change the height levels on it. So make sure it has risers and it's not just one level. That's the big thing, because we do change the height depending on the move because of the intensity.
Yes. Okay. So we are getting close to the post. We don't want this to be forever, but talk about the 12 minutes.
Okay. So people have been hearing me say, In density rounds are 12 minutes long, and we're doing 5 different moves in density. We're doing a power, a leg, a push, a pull, and a core move. And the whole goal is how many times can you get through those 5 moves in 12 minutes? And what I've been telling people is if you keep up with myself and my cast, or if you are somewhere close to myself and the cast, you will do double the amount of work in that 12 minutes that we do in an entire 30-minute workout of 21-day fix. And people are like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Well, first of all, you're going to work, that's for sure. But keep in mind, it's a little bit different because the rep range that we're in a strength building rep range. So we're anywhere from 8 reps to 12 reps of each of those moves. And that's part of the reason we can move so fast through a density round, is because right when one muscle group is burning out and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do another one of these, you don't have to. And you move on to a completely different muscle group. So if you're doing a leg exercise and we're doing 12 reps, great. Right when your leg is burning, you finish the reps and now you're moving on to a push move. So you're working your shoulders or your chest. Your legs are getting a chance to rest. And then it's on to a pull move, a back move, and a core move. So it's 3 or 4 moves before you circle back to that leg move again. So that's what allows you to keep moving through that round so quickly. Now, will your heart rate be up? Absolutely. And that's part of the metabolic training that is the combination of density. But that's how we're doing so much work in such little time. And that is a huge powerhouse to how we're getting the results that we're getting. There are no breaks. Even in 21-day fix, it's like, okay, we do a move for a minute and then you get a 30-second break. In density round, there are no scheduled breaks. If you need a second to sip in a breath of air, you take it. But really, the only break you're getting is switching from one piece of equipment to the next.
Yes,
It's awesome.
she included breathing in the program. That was awesome. So much to talk about, and I don't want to run out of time, but I might let it run a little bit long. We've talked about fitness, we've talked about nutrition. One of the innovations that I'm so excited about is helping people sleep and recover. Talk about the controlled stretch for a second.
Yeah, obviously we talk a lot about self-care. That's something I've talked about for a very long time, and the importance of it, because we got to have the balance. But this is the first time the self-care is actually prescribed within the program, right? You guys, like with 80 Day, I would say like, go get a massage, go do this, go do that. But we never had any actual structure to it. Now for every day that there is a workout, we have an evening controlled stretch. They're like 5 to 10 minutes long. We're literally coming together to stretch. It's like a bookend for the day, right? You've done your workout, you've eaten your healthy food for the day. It's your final check-in to end the night properly. We're stretching our muscles to help release some of that lactic acid. I'm teaching some really basic breathing techniques to help slow down your breathing, take control of your mind in that time frame, calm the nervous system. And all of that is to help set us up for a better night's sleep, because the goal is that once you finish the controlled stretch, that you don't go get back on electronics. You don't go back down the rabbit hole of things that re-stimulate you, right? It's like, do it the last thing. Go take a bath, go read a book, go play a board game, but don't go back down the rabbit hole of overstimulation, because sleep is where the magic happens and the recovery happens. And the better we can recover, the more we can push the next day. And you're gonna want it, you're gonna need it. There were a few people in the test group when we first started that were like, oh, I forgot. And then by the end of like week 2, they were feeling pretty sore and they were like, I better do those stretches. And then I was actually so pleasantly surprised to see the comments coming in about the controlled stretch and just how much people loved them, and just how many people said they were sleeping better than they've ever slept before. So
well, look, we're talking to coaches here. So let me put it in perspective about why I'm so excited about it. And that is, one of the hard things to do is keep people engaged, right? So they start day 1, they go through, they might do the first week, whatever, but then they haven't formed these habits yet. By doing this controlled stretch at the end of the night, there's a chance for your group to come back together, for your group to check in. Did you do the controlled stretch? And like, this bookend is also setting up the next morning. So Autumn talks often about planning what your meals are going to be tomorrow, putting your workout stuff out, put your Energize out so you're ready for the workouts the next day. It's a chance to check in. What gym or trainer or equipment checks in with you the night before to say, are you ready for your workouts tomorrow? Like, this is what I'm talking about, innovation. This is what's so exciting about this program being really holistic. And look, in the final moments that we've got, Autumn, I want to ask you, because we're doing this promotion. I talked about it last week a little bit, that it is no New Year's resolutions 2021. That we are saying to people, look, stop with the diet mentality that I'm going to go all in. I'm going to starve myself. I'm going to fast for 7 days on January 1st to lose all the weight that I put on, the COVID, blah, blah, blah. And we're just saying enough. That's noise. And so you are going out, you're literally making it your mission to stop people from making New Year's resolutions for 2021. Talk about that and why people should get on board now with 9-Week Control Freak.
Look, you guys, I've hated New Year's resolutions for as long as I can remember, because it's so, like, it feels phony to me, right? It feels like, why January 1st? Why is this one day the magical day, right? Like, I've always been the person, if I have a goal, like, I'm not waiting till this one magical day. I'm starting right now. And I'll be damned if I'm going to take 10 steps back right now going, oh, well, it's December and I'm just going to enjoy, and I'm going to do all the things that I know will pull me away from my goal. But then on the first, that's when all of a sudden I'm going to flip a switch and everything's going to be okay. It's not, because you're going to wake up the same person on January 1st that you were on December 31st. So who do you want to be on December 31st? Who do you want to be right now? What is the real goal? And guys, I'm not even just speaking fitness-wise, your coaches. So what is your goal? What's your goal with the business? Because you don't wait till January 1 to start that. You start that right now, today, the second this call ends. I hope you're fired up. I hope you're inviting people. I hope you're talking about it. Take your Instagram accounts off private. Nobody can find you that way. But like, let's go right now. We don't go all in, like we were saying at the beginning of the call, for 3 or 4 weeks. That's what I would always see when I worked in the gyms. Oh my God, January 1st, we hated it as trainers in the gym. The gym would flood with people and we're like, oh, here they come. All right, how many weeks, guys? By February 12th, the gym was emptied back out again. And that's why I know it doesn't work. That's why I know it's this sort of false commitment. Oh my God, I'm going all in, because then real life is going to hit. If you don't have the plan and you don't have the action steps to take, it doesn't matter what you say you're going to do on January 1st. So don't wait for then. Let's do it now.
All right.
Set a goal.
That's it. Set goals, set big goals, and set little goals to get to the big goals.
Yes.
Well, look, I'm going to finish this off. Autumn, I know that if people want a little more from you, we have the coach test, the little coach group for 2 weeks that they can be a part of right now. I wish I knew the address
VIP
of that.
Boot camp on
What
Facebook.
is it?
It's the VIP 9-Week Control Freak Boot Camp. It's on Facebook. I don't know the exact name, but I'm sure if you just looked up 9-Week Control Freak VIP Boot Camp, or I'm sure you can find it in the coach information.
That's it. It's in the coach online office, I'm sure, or somebody will put it up here. So you'll be in there from time to time over the next 2 weeks with other trainings. So just, I've got a couple of other announcements that I want to make, but I'm going to do that by myself on my own screen. So thank you for being a part of this. Congratulations on your 10th program, on a fantastic launch. Good luck. Again, starting line, it's go time, but we couldn't be more impressed with the control freak that you brought to this program and the tools that you've given coaches to literally change the world around them while they change their own lives. And it's an inspiration, and we really appreciate the passion that you bring to innovation and product development for Beachbody. So thank you.
Thank you, Carl. Before I go, I know you're going to wrap up. I'm going to say one thing really fast. You guys, I want to thank all of you guys, all the coaches that are on the call, all of the coaches that have been showing so much support and excitement over the program. And while you won't see all of the people that helped make it possible, you guys, I always get the credit and I so love and appreciate that. But there's a massive team behind me helping make it possible, from my product development team to the people that are just showing up to make sure that we have like breakfast on set and lighting and everything. And so I'm just sending love and thanks and gratitude to that entire team that got us from the real start line last October to this start line right now. We all did it together. And now, coaches, we're handing it over and letting you take the lead on this. Let's go make it awesome and help a bunch of people take back control of their lives. Thank you, guys. Have a great launch, Carl. Thank you. And I will let you go from there.
So one of the things that I wanted to mention is that we decided to do this week is a special, call it a challenge or incentive for anybody who has never gotten a Success Club point before, or they're the coach that signed them up. If you have a coach who's never gotten a Success Club point, this is a really cool incentive. You can be part of a private bod group doing 9-week Control Freak with Autumn in January. We're giving 400 first-time sellers, meaning the first time you got a Success Club point, we're giving you the opportunity to be a member in this 9-week Control Freak first ever VIP exclusive bod group. And we're going to let you bring your sponsoring coach. So it's the first-time enroller and your sponsoring coach get to be in the group with Autumn, where she's going to be there to support these proactive coaches through the 9 weeks of the program, providing motivation and support. Now, here's how it works. Each week in December, and it's December, we're going to choose 100 coaches who earned their first ever Success Club point by selling a 9-week Control Freak challenge pack or completion pack for inclusion in this exclusive bod group, along with their sponsoring coach. Winners will be chosen randomly from first-time point earners of the prior week. So we'll start picking next week. But if you're not chosen in the first week, every first-time seller can still be eligible for selection each week that they sell a 9-week Control Freak pack in the month of December. So that means you and your upline coach, if you have, as long as you continue to get a Success Club point in each week, you have another chance to get picked. Now, coaches must have also purchased, obviously, a 9-week Control Freak pack to participate, because you got to have the equipment. And the private 9-week Control Freak bod group will kick off on January 4th, maybe a couple days ahead of time, so we can get everybody set up. So if you or one of your coaches have yet to earn a Success Club point, it's time to take advantage of this incredible launch so you get your chance. And by take advantage of it, we're talking about get the word out there. Like I'm still writing notes right here. I've got about 35 more notes and $100 bills to give away in my promotion to thank people for starting 9-week Control Freak bod groups. And all you have to do to be eligible to be picked is start a 9-week Control Freak bod group, post about it on Instagram. Usually Instagram stories is where I can find it the easiest. Tag me at Carl Deichler, hashtag Control Freak, hashtag contest. And I'm picking between 5 and 10 people a day until I've given away $10,000. And the good news is I'm waiting. I'm trying to figure out, I'm going to give away one out of all of the 100 that I give away. I'm going to then circle back and give one of them $1,000. Okay. So the way I do it is I go into my Instagram and I looked at the people who tagged me and did all these things, hashtag Control Freak, hashtag contest. And then I start swiping through, and I'll like say, I'm going to swipe through 4 or 3 or 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I pick, and that's how I pick the person. It's completely random, but you got to be on the board promoting your 9-week Control Freak bod group to have a shot, because I'm looking for people who qualify to then go look for them. So get the program, get your team to get the program, post your unboxing videos, set up the control track, talk about what's different, what feels different, show people that you're trying the workout, give them a link to the free sample workout that we put up on Beachbody On Demand, and keep inviting. This is the time. We are in a sprint right now. And the sprint goes through this season of December and January, and then we continue. We repeat as we take advantage of those before and afters, the success stories, and people who just can't stop about 9-week Control Freak because it's working for them. This is go time. I want you to take advantage of it for you so that you achieve your potential. You cannot, I said this last week, you cannot expect to achieve 10 times the results with a couple posts a day. You got to do 10 times the inviting, 10 times the posting. Can you tell I'm reading the 10X solution or whatever it's called, the 10X rule by Grant Cardone still? Read that book, stay engaged in that book, keep tagging me, keep showing us that you're inviting people to 9 Week Control Freak, and let's keep helping people. It's a big day. It's a big week. It's a big month. And I'm so grateful for everything that you do and grateful for this ecosystem that we have that saves people money, that gets them the total solution because they also get to drink a superfood shake that's been curated from the best stuff on earth to help them get healthy and fit and take care of their nutrition at the same time. You do amazing work. You're miracle workers. Now we got to show the world what we do because they're not going to find out about it by themselves. So thank you for being a part of this National Wake Up Call, and I'll see you next time, and let's make it a great week. Happy launch day, everybody.